Right. So, last time you all started your trek into the crashed remains of a spaceship, front half of a very large spaceship. You're not quite sure where the second end of the ship is. And you're kind of working your way through this very dark, very clearly already picked through to some extent ship. You've already encountered a lingering security drone, or droid, I should say, in the ship that has attacked you, but you all managed to dispatch it without too much trouble. It did get a couple of good swings in. And now you're starting to go into the rooms you've cleared out, or at least wandered through the main central section of the ship. And you're left with a couple of closed doors at various points to try and figure out how to get through, and if any of them have anything useful to you.
Right, I remember that, and you kept getting, like, blocked off or unable to open a bunch of doors.
Well, the doors are closed.
Yeah.
It's not saying you can't get them open, you just have to work at it. So...
And I believe we were heading towards the top, right?
Yeah, I think the very last thing that there was a mention of, well, do we know if there's any, like, power or anything like that going on, anything that might be useful? And so you decided that you all needed to head to the bridge, because that's the only place that you all are aware of that might have the ability to answer some of those questions on this end of the ship, without going through all of the rooms and seeing if the other... Huh? You all are heading towards the bridge. As you guys go back through kind of this central meeting area, you see that the last door remaining on this end of the ship, so you all are in this... there. There's one last door that's remaining that seems to be closed tightly still. And you guys can see, turn your lights towards it, the kind of markings around the doorway of somebody that has tried to, like, solder this door open. See some burn marks and some scorch marks and some scrapes and scratches. So people have been trying to get in, but it doesn't look like they've been successful thus far.
Should have brought a gunk droid. Rats.
Almighty gunk droid.
And we can't do anything to hack our way in. Can't.
Gunk droid would have been MVP in this scenario.
Well, there's always this, and Kane will awkwardly pull out his lightsaber.
Sounds like a good solution.
There we go. Go get him, Fuzzball.
This is the way.
I really don't think it is. I'm going to go to the door. Is there any obvious... So I imagine this door slides shut and meets in the middle and locks. So there's not any real obvious structural weakness, like a hinge or anything like that?
Yeah.
Alright.
You have been on enough ships that as you're looking at this is a airlock door, essentially. So that this is designed to secure the bridge in case of an emergency.
Gotcha.
So it's one of the more heavy-duty doors that they would have on them.
Question. Did we already roll for force points?
Have not, and I
We do that?
give me just a moment. And like I said, that's here. Okay, everybody roll one white die. Ooh.
Wow.
We're the best.
We're gonna
This
die.
Is, this is that's no good.
We die, no save.
All dark dark side for me. This will be fun.
All right.
Especially
Well,
today.
let's go hunt down some Jedi. They need killing.
Well, so that said, now Kane will try the door. I don't think this is a good plan, but here we go. What do I roll lightsaber use, I imagine, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna just try and cut it open?
Yes, I'm gonna go the like the classic way of like pick a side and then try to cut out the shape of a
Yeah.
large enough rectangular door or
Okay.
Oh,
like,
reliable.
doorway. Yeah.
You
Oh,
will roll
reliable.
lightsaber. It is going to be 2 purple and black.
Yeah.
I love how lightsaber is its own skill.
Well, you gotta think, even though it's like a sword, you gotta be extra certain you're not gonna smack yourself with
Yeah.
that
Fuck
lightsaber.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Even with
Yeah.
your 2 purple and 2 black.
Alright, so you start carving into the door, and at first, you can feel the resistance on your lightsaber. Even with this plasma sword, essentially, you know this is a heavy, thick steel, like Dura steel door. But slowly but surely, you manage to make this like little doorway. It's just tall enough for you to get through, and not super pretty, but it works. And as you finish, you kind of push, and the door falls inward. Oh, that's what I want. You see the bridge beyond. But more than just the bridge, see corpses.
Oh, good.
Disturb.
What is the state of corpse? Are we like full rot, or are we like killed within the the past few days?
This is, as far as you can tell, they are rotting. Essentially, they've already been rotting, and they're pretty far decomposed at this point. There's
Like
not a lot
label.
left to them. Seems like you can look ahead and you can see a couple of cracks in the windows of the bridge that have allowed some of the dry air to come. One of the ones closest towards the front of the bridge, almost like mummified, but the others are far enough back, and the air was still damp enough that they have begun to rot away. And all 3 of them are still in their various chairs, at their various positions around the bridge. You can surmise they probably died in a crash.
Ouch.
Well, this is definitely more ominous than I was expecting. I'm going to turn my lightsaber off and step back and out of the way.
Your blind
suppose.
leader.
If you
Or-
will. Oh,
You're blind?
oh,
Oh,
she
wait, it's
can't
dark.
see in the dark.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot that it's. I was using my lightsaber for actual light, which is kind of pathetic.
Well, Iffy also has her like bundle of data pads that she's using as a makeshift light. But she'll shift the data pads over to one arm, sort of holding them in the crook. Just cover her mouth with the sleeve. Like, please tell me those ain't what I think they are.
I
Do
think
you
they're
think
what
they
you
are?
think they are, boss.
Oh, jeez, what a place to end up.
Oh, pretty sure they didn't think they were going to end up here, at the very least.
That's the
I'd
worst part
imagine that
about
was
it.
quite pain. I'd imagine that was quite painful if I knew what pain was.
Didn't you just got beat up? You know what pain is.
I do.
It's
Boss, I'm
actually
a droid. I don't feel pain.
don't you got pain receptors?
No.
You know, it's probably for the best that you don't. Let's
Yeah.
let's just take a look around here. Keep it all quiet, like try not to disturb these folks. Maybe we can find
I
something on them, figure out who
I
they
don't think
are.
these folks are gonna be disturbed, boss.
Well, you know what I mean. I ain't trying to disrespect the dead here.
I think they'd want us to have the best chance at survival.
Probably, but it won't hurt to see if we can send word along to their families if they got them.
What would you want to send?
Well, you
Hey, your
know.
hey, your guy's dead. Just letting you know.
That sounds great. Let Galatea write the note.
Oh, you got it.
I'm just
Just leave
thinking,
it to me, boss.
if it was me, and I had family out there among the stars, and they never came back, you know, I just want to know where they ended up.
Boss, if I was, wouldn't you want your family to be dead after all the
I
shit they
mean,
put you through? I don't think you're the best
ideally,
frame of reference here.
I'd like my family to be dead and for me to have all their money. But these folks, they probably weren't doing anything amiss, and they certainly weren't plotting against me none.
What's that about your family?
What? You ain't met my family?
Not
You don't want
directly,
to, for
no.
that matter. You don't want to either. Trust me.
You probably don't. They.
Right.
You have any idea how many murders those people have done?
None. None whatsoever.
That's probably for the best.
Good. Ominous, but good. Well,
So I vote we take a look around here and see what we can find out.
Okay.
yeah.
Tell me what you're looking at, what you're looking for.
Go on.
Were you gonna say gonk droids?
No, I was not. If we want conch droids, maybe there is one here.
Not in the bridge. Don't see any.
Alas and alack. We should probably see if there's any information about the parts that we needed or about turning on the power, I think was another thing that we wanted to see if we could do, so that the doors would open more easily. And then if he's also interested in seeing if there's any record of who these people were.
So, if he could go up towards like the very first panel, console area, kind of have to scoot around the chair and occupant slash former occupant here, and you kind of blow off some sand dust that has settled on primary console. And roll me at computers.
Oh boy. All right. Time to base plan. Let's see what
Oh,
my
no.
computer skills is, because I don't think it's very high. Oh, it's 2 green. All right. So you said 3 purple, right? Okay. Let's hope that this works. God damn it. Those aren't purples. All right. 1, 2, 3. Why did it roll a black? Why? There. That's a lot of threat. That's a lot of failure, actually. Jesus.
You start like trying to like wipe off the sand and dirt and dust, and you just blow up so much in the air that it just comes back at you, and you are now having a sneezing fit. You are like nasty sand in throat, sand in eyes. This is not going well for you.
It's so gross!
You are not meant for the adventuring life, my friend.
It's just like just trying to wipe stuff off, just sort of flailing a little bit by the computer. Probably drops the lights in the process.
Oh, he just, oh, it's gross. Everyone's blind
Nobody has any time to
except Galatea, because I think Galatea has night vision, right? Dark vision.
I am just fine.
Yep. All right. Well, now we're in a dark room with a bunch of corpses. What exactly was so gross that you saw?
It's all over me. The dust, sand.
Sand?
It's gross.
Boss, it sounded a little
Wow.
iffy.
My pores, Gal, they're clogged. Somebody get the light. I don't want to touch this no more.
Oh boy.
Can I conceivably get a light?
She dropped it, so it's probably right where she's standing. She's just being a drama queen.
Oh,
So,
So-
next year, your fearless leader has failed.
Is I don't know. Is there any obvious like I don't know kind of is there any console that's actually lit up? Are all of them dead?
No.
Are all of them dead? No, all dead.
All of
There's not
black
like a-
screens.
There's not like an on button that or like an ignition like you'd find in a car, right?
You got the key?
Just turn the key, crank up the entire giant spaceship.
I was wondering if maybe they left the key in the ignition.
Roll,
Listen. I'm hoping. All right.
roll perception,
it does seem like they died on impact, so
and
Yeah, maybe.
anybody that wants to roll perception with 2 purple and a
Mhm.
black.
Mm-hmm.
It's an additional black if you want to roll it.
Yeah, that follows.
Perception. I got advantage, which doesn't seem to do anything without a success, right?
Anybody else rolling?
no,
I
I
got
like
it as-
that shit.
I got a success somehow.
What the fuck?
It's because I didn't roll any failure.
So, Airfree, as you manage to pick up or get handed back your light and you kind of scan it around, you do see a single data pad that seems to have skidded under the console that you're standing by. That is just kind of laying there. And hey, you are kind of stepping inside and looking around a little. You recognize the different positions that are in this bridge area. The kind of captain's console, which Iffy is behind, an astrogation console, engineering, and none of the screens are on, but you do know that the engineering console would be your best bet if you're looking to try and figure out anything about this ship or if they're left the ship as far as technicalities and
As I spot the data pad, I will, with the edge of her foot, just scooch it on closer to her, then pick it up while holding very tightly to the light. I found this here. Did anybody want to take a look at it? I mean, it might still be working, and I just feel too gross.
Anyone
Also,
got
I think you should have stayed at the yacht at this point.
anyone got tech skill?
I think I have tech skill.
I definitely fucking don't.
Our tech person is gone this session.
Yeah, anybody left have tech skill?
Oh, then
Uh,
Marcy
I'm
should have
okay.
some.
Yeah, I have computers and also mechanics. Which one should I roll?
What are you doing? Are you taking the data pad? Or are you going to computer?
Yeah.
2 questions. Yes is not an answer to either.
Oh. The first one. Sorry, I was responding to the first one.
Taking the data pad. Okay. You can roll computers with 2 purple.
Okay. And now you go down the computer, click on it. Looks good.
Also, just
I like that.
clear out that white die. You can set that back to 0.
Oh,
Otherwise, you're
yeah.
good.
Yeah, you're right.
So that is good. So you start kind of messing with this data pad. And you're techie enough. You're not super into computers. You're techie enough that you manage to kind of get it rebooted. It has just a little tiny bit of juice left. It's not something that's going to stay on for very long. It needs to be recharged somehow. But as you open it, you see that it is essentially a manifest in a roster of what was on the ship and who was on the ship. At first cursory glance, it does appear that this was a fairly large kind of cargo ship for specialty pieces of engines and mechanics. Looks like probably more on the line of speeders and walkers, smaller terrestrial vehicles. But it does look like there might be some things that might be cool, depending on what's left on this half of the ship. It does look like there was more people on this ship, on the duty roster, usually is manning one of these ships, from your experience. But if you want to dig try and see if there's anything else on the data pad, you have to tell me what you're.
Okay. Okay, how about interesting. Maybe astrogation, figuring out where they were supposed to go.
You know that's something that you'd probably have to pick up off of the ship's actual computers. It wouldn't be on this data pad.
Okay.
So this is something that like the captain would have had to keep track of things. Not so much something that is specific to this ship. If that makes sense.
Okay. Any suggestions, anybody? I'm actually having trouble.
My initial thought is like, what if? Is there like a black box, like on the ship? Is there a place where all of the data is stored, such that if you were to, like a hard drive, where the ship's log might be, that way we can take it and plug it in somewhere else.
Do we actually need this though? Because aren't we just looking for supplies? Like, is this?
Well, me as a player, I'm very nosy, but also that's fine. This is a little meta. It's super meta, actually. Oops.
Are you guys wanting to look for a black box or?
Yeah. Let's look for the black box.
Looking for a black box sounds like a good idea to me.
Kainu, I do want to examine what the crew are wearing. Like, what do they have a uniform?
So first thing, anybody that's wanting to help look for a black box of any kind will be a space piloting, because figure out the ship and where it would be tucked away, with purple. And Kanu, if you're trying to examine the corpses.
I can. Well, I would say medicine, but is there really a point in me like diagnosing these guys?
I mean, if you
I'm pretty
want
sure
to.
they died from impact.
You can tell if they didn't die from impact too, which might also be important.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. I'll roll for that.
So, Kanu, if you're looking to examine just their general outfits and stuff, see what's going on with them, that'll be perception with 2 purple, and medicine, Galatea, that'll be 2 black because they are kind of a little bit mummified.
That's fair.
I don't know. So I'm trying to like see if if they're wearing any uniforms that I might recognize. So it's still perception, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or yeah, that works for.
I have knowledge core worlds if that matters.
So Marcy, there is a black box somewhere. You kind of walk over to where you think it would more than likely be, tucked up underneath like the engineering console. But the space where you were pretty sure it was going to be, it is not there.
Just realized that what I could be looking for in this pad is a schematic layout of this ship.
If you're looking
good?
for schematics, that'll be computers with Galatea's next roll and do medicine.
No succeeds, but 2 advantage. I believe it's. Oh, you read that right?
Yep. So you look at them and you're not quite sure exactly what they died from. You're fairly certain it was probably impact or trauma from impact, because they're all still in their seats and everything. However, in looking at them, you realize that these are all 3 of them species that largely live on planets that are in Imperial space. It's not guaranteeing that they're Imperial, but they are all predominantly Imperial space species.
Are we with the Imperials or no?
No.
We are not.
we are
We're
not.
with the Republic.
Yeah, we're cool. So
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. Examining them. So all 3 of them seem to be in kind of your standard worker jumpsuits for a kind of company ship.
okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything super unique about any of them. Double check this before I something. However, you do know, kind of lean in really close to one and examine the symbol on its jump. And it is a company that you experienced back in your Padawan as a company that tended to be a front for things. And
Okay.
see, start digging through looking for schematics. You do find a basic blueprint of this ship, and you kind of compare it to what you've walked through thus far, and you can tell that essentially the entire engineering bay of like where the actual drives are and reactors are for this ship itself is more than likely somewhere else. Don't think it is on this half of the ship that you have encountered or inside. You do see that there is a workstation, essentially, kind of a mechanics shop that may have something useful or something vaguely interesting to you and into like maintaining the ship, and it's back over here.
Okay.
Doorway.
All right. So I explain we should check that location next.
That sounds good to me. I wonder if these guys were Imperials, if we're going to find some stuff here that we could probably wheel and deal with, but I guess we'll see later.
I will. I want to kind of slide over to not the not the captain, but slide over to Iffy. I for some reason I wanted to call you captain, but I'm gonna slide over to Iffy, and Kane will lean in and whisper. Well, yeah, he'll lean in and whisper. I'm not positive, but I believe this company. I've run into them before. They might not be on the up and up. Maybe there's a smuggling compartment of some kind.
They're
Not sure.
smugglers. They're smugglers. I might have dealt with them a couple times too. We might have to make sure we file the serial numbers off anything we get here, but might also be they're hiding stuff in some of the, hidden compartments. Maybe we should keep an eye out for those.
Good idea.
This is such a weird feeling of just like, yep, just file off the serial numbers. Nothing suspicious about that at all. That's
Not for us now.
Normal business.
You can
Everything
get a,
according
you
to
can get
plan.
a transfer, I think it's called.
Do what?
They have this thing in Star Wars that lets you scramble your incoming ship signature so that if you stole a ship, it's not evident.
How you get away from space patrols. Sometimes.
You just gotta pray it works.
Yep. And not act sus to make them sit there and stare at the numbers for a little bit longer.
I'll fly casually.
What are we doing?
I think we're heading to that the mechanic area.
Good as fine as any.
Kane is going to lag a little bit. I want him to take time to very carefully, as we're moving down the hallway, I want to take a little, like, slow a little bit and kind of peel my eyes for the like something that looks out of place, like a compartment or a loose piece of metal that shouldn't be loose. Granted, it's also a crash, but I'm Kane has the idea that if they're going to have a smuggling compartment, they're going to have it somewhere that a person won't be around for long.
So, if you're doing that, give me 2 perception rolls, both with
A sparkle and 1. Wow, 2.
So as you all are kind of making your way down, walk through the first couple. You don't see anything. As you enter into the room where you encountered the droid, however, you take a little bit of a closer look around this room, where you all were fairly distracted before and didn't really look too hard. You notice the kind of droid station where that droid was, charging bay. There is a panel on the back of it that would be concealed by the droid if it was standing where it should be. That is very, very slightly ajar.
Was this a job when we came here last time?
A jar? I don't think I seen any jars around here.
Boss, boss. Boss.
What?
Boss.
Boss, look at me. Boss.
Boss, I think you need to get out of here.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood. We already been through so much. I'm so filthy. Anyway, if that was a jar, I ain't seen it, because I can't see much around here.
You still don't see it. They're all talking about you still don't see it.
I mean, you want to take a look, maybe? I can lend you the light.
Lend Galatea the light.
Listen, if he's having a bad time, she's not thinking straight. Yeah, if somebody wants to take a look, then if you will lend them the light.
I'll take a look, says Marcy.
Marcy steps forward and starts to kind of try and pry the panel off, I'm assuming, or are you doing something else?
Sure.
Start tugging at this panel. Give me our pilot. Give me a mechanics roll
Okay. Excuse me.
with Alright, you start pulling at this thing, and you get the panel essentially to detach, but as soon as it detaches, you just hear a click.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Then a slow hiss. And
Can we all hear this?
yep, everybody hears this hiss.
What was that? What was that?
Fuck.
Perception rolls from everybody. 3 purple.
Nice.
Additional
3
black
purple.
for you, Iffy.
Oh,
Oh, thank God. Thank God for a success.
it's 3. So 3 purple and 1 black.
Ooh, Galatea.
Can't see or perceive shit, Captain.
My eyes work fine. Unplug's eyes.
Marcy, you're just standing there. You've pulled off this panel. You've heard the click and the hiss, but you're like, you see something in a compartment in the back. That's all you really care about. You see jack shit, you're freaking out. You don't have your light anymore. Galatea, you're trying to deal with that. Your boss is losing her shit. And
Oh, it's so dark. It's so dark.
Plus, you ain't allowed in the desert anymore. That's all I'm
Why-
saying.
Why does there's sunset? It don't make no sense.
and
Also, now you're used to in the sun, but This is just how it is.
Game. Get a very, very faint whiff of what essentially a gas of some.
Yeah. Do I know the gas, or I just smell that there is gas?
You smell that there is gas. Let me see here.
Oh shit.
Are you want to try and place it?
I instinctually, I think he would like smell it, be like, "Wait, that's," and then try to place it.
Roll a survival or education, because it might have one. Mastered it, exactly. Survival or an education. Black.
Okay. I'm gonna do survival because that's slightly better for me. Damn it!
Gas of some sort.
All you hear is can you just like he gas leak, and then I don't know what's going to happen.
Gas leak.
Al, get me out of here! Get me out of this room! Get me out of this room!
I pick up Iffy and I just run out.
Like a fucking sack of potatoes.
I got no time to worry about comfort. We gotta get
I
her out
would-
of here.
I would
Just
expect
throw her
nothing
under
else.
My arm. Just throw her under my arm and just run, like football style.
Are you just trying to get out of the room? Or are you?
No,
exit the
I'm
ship?
leaving the ship. I'm getting out the ship.
Okay. Jane, Marcy.
I guess I'm following. I don't want to advance without support. The ship is scary.
Kane.
I will follow. Yes, I want to try to identify more, but it's definitely not good to be in a room where I can just smell gas.
So you all
The bad fucking time.
beat a very quick exit back out of the ship, back through the doorways that you've opened and the hole in the side of the ship, and back into the blinding hot, like midday desert sun. Feeling lucky.
I'm feeling lucky. What do you want me to roll? Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah! Roll a 1.
I'm waiting for it.
Fuck.
83 crate dragons
Okay.
attack.
That's pretty good.
So you exit the ship. Hopefully that building at the top can be the whole. So you exit the ship. Gal is the first one coming out. And roll a perception.
You might as well just say you fail. Here's what happens.
You fail. Everyone laughs at you. It's really embarrassing. There were so many girls watching.
With 2 purple. With 2 purple Z.
Yes.
Question is not do I succeed, it's how badly do I fail when it comes to
Should we drag ourselves onto the map?
Yeah.
Yee.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. I didn't.
I'll let you reroll. Having a hard time.
I forgot to like click off of it, which I guess is what happened. It's not click. Wait, what the fuck? Why is it not? Okay, I'm just. Wait, why does it? Oh, hang on. It's being mean to me. It says I have -9 black and -2 purple. What the hell's going on?
What the
I didn't
fuck?
click.
Then perish.
I didn't click on that though. I didn't. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna manually roll 2 purple. 2 roll. So canceled out with a threat, right?
Yeah, well, I'll
No,
just
just completely canceled out.
yeah, sold out since it. So everybody just comes pouring out of the side of the ship, and it's again just blinding and hot outside, and it's just for a moment, all of you just kind of stand there blinking. Whee!
Oh,
Is that what blinking sounds like?
oh, violence!
I was typing to try and get a different thing up, but apparently my noise, I put things in shortcuts I didn't really.
And we're dead. As the next wing blows us up.
Well, that'll come later. Just this. Gal does need up as well. Sounds like you might need to.
Seemed like that.
You all come pouring out of the ship, and you're so distracted by the sudden change in light, and sound, temperature, that it takes a moment for any of you actually see approaching silhouettes. Your void walkers are still kind of beside the ship, like over here, huddled together. But you see 3 forms that are fairly large but low to the ground that are approaching rapidly.
Oh shit!
Your instinct. Have you guys done it?
So, bunch of silhouettes.
DM's done again.
Bunch of silhouettes approaching rapidly.
Iffy.
Oh God, it's just one thing after another. All right, do we got any idea what kind of silhouettes? Are they armed?
It's perceptions with purple.
All right. 2 purple. I'm just so happy to be out in regular. Got 1 success, 1 threat.
Okay. So you look at them and you're fairly certain they're not humanoids. They are creatures of some sort. But they look like they are approaching with a purpose.
All right, I say we fire first and not bother asking questions later.
That sounds like it's probably a good course of action. We should at the very least brace for impact. So I would say we should try to set up and brace against some of the rocks if we can. You know, like at least get some cover, and then as they come in, we can fire.
Oh shit!
Good.
Tactics.
Tactics.
Kane is going to hold the lightsaber out in one hand. He's not going to ignite it. He's just going to hold it ready and kind of position himself. How high is this rock? Is this something I could
Essentially,
reasonably...
just for flavor, all the rocks are bits and pieces of scrap metal off of this ship.
Right. Okay.
That one is buried fairly deep, so it's only coming up a good 2 feet maybe.
If I were to try and hide behind it, I'd probably have to be flat on my stomach, prone.
Yeah.
All right. Now, alrighty then. Then I'm gonna head to see if can I squeeze next to Iffy.
I'll make space for him if I can.
the two of you could probably be like shoulder to shoulder, bumping up against each other, but both squeeze one.
Flatten my back against that piece of metal, and just like look at it and be like, okay, well, this is turning into a shit show. I also don't like this. That's it. I'm just gonna wait for shit to fucking. I'm waiting for everything to pop off.
I have my right shield out in front of me, and it has a slot for my assault rifle, so I have it like in the slot.
And you doing
I'm
anything
my
with
own
Mercy?
member.
Yeah. Take cover and ready her little fun-sized pistol. I forgot what it was called.
Or you want?
Oh, okay. Um, well, um, will that work? Is that good?
Unfortunately, that piece, because the two of them are back behind it, both not manage all three.
All right.
Not
Well,
quite
how
big.
about just back into the ship, using the ship as cover
Yep.
in the doorway?
Right. So this is where things are gonna slow down just a little bit, and there's gonna be explanation. This is gonna be the first time that all of you have gone through a full combat. It's going to be the actual system rules. So this is why I said that those cheat sheets from the Discord are gonna be your friends. Because it does work a little bit differently. You go to that cheat sheet link on Discord, you're gonna want the action and maneuver cheat sheet and the advantage triumph. Both. Okay. So, first, just gonna be the basics of initiative. Okay, initiative works just slightly different. With this system, it is not a flat roll that you always do. It depends on if you are aware of incoming danger or if you're being caught by surprise. And so that's cool and vigilance. Cool is if you are aware of it, vigilance is if you are unaware. Okay? All of you have seen the silhouettes coming. You are all hunkering down and preparing. So, it will be cool for everybody. Let me up. So, you clear out completely, you just roll flat cool, everybody.
Okay. If there's one thing Kane is, it's cool.
Is that under skills or is it under combat?
Skills.
Skills.
Skills, okay. Oh, I only have one of these too.
Just good advantage. So how things are done, it's first, turn order is done first by number of successes. Then, if there's ties, number of advantages. And you are not rolling for your own personal slot, because you can... Well, let me get all these into the turn order first, so that you can make a little sense that way. So, how turn orders work with this system. One. Yep. So you see everything is labeled either PC player character or NPC non-player character. As we go through a round of combat, everybody gets one turn, but you can change the order of the turns you... So if Galatea wants to go first, and do something, Galatea can go first, but then can go last in the next round. So that you guys can have the ability to strategize, so that you guys have the ability to try and do certain things and affect the environment. So if you're in a ship and you're trying to like turn off the gravity or something like that, you can have the mechanic who is trying to turn off the gravity go first. One time they manage to do it successfully, then they don't do anything until the very end of the next round because they're not actively in combat, right? So you can just do whatever. Everybody has to take one turn. You can't go twice, but you can go in whatever order that you want as long as it is a player character turn. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to ask for that help again once it comes around to me. But I feel like I follow it initially.
Okay. That's the easy bit because it's once you essentially you figure it out through your first combat, and by second combat initiative order is like breathing. It's really easy and it actually makes a lot of sense. Now, your actual turns are split into 3 sections. Okay? That is an incidental, a maneuver, and an action. Incidentals are things that really don't take any time or effort to do. That is things like peeking around a corner if you're right beside the corner, not if you're moving over there. You're already right beside a doorway and peeking inside of it, that's considered an incidental. If you're talking, that's an incidental. Now, you can't have a full freaking conversation, okay, on your turn. But if you guys need to have 1 or 2 words back and forth, that's considered so fast and so little effort that it doesn't count as anything but incidental. Okay? Your next thing is your maneuver. And you can see the maneuver on that the action maneuver cheat sheet. It's the right column. Maneuvers are things that take a little bit of time and effort, but are not considered so hard that they need an ability check. Okay? It's things like aiming your gun, assisting somebody else, entering a guarded stance, moving. If you want to move between range bands, that is going to be a maneuver. There's not specific, you only have 30 feet of movement. You're moving between range bands. Okay? So if you're short distance versus a long distance. Right?
And how many actions do we get? Oh,
Get
sorry.
1 maneuver and 1 action. Or you can exchange an action for a second maneuver.
Okay.
So it's like an action and a bonus action, essentially.
Okay.
Cool.
And you can see all of your kind of options for maneuvers. You can also ask if there's something you think would fall into that general idea of it is fast, but it does take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and you think that should count as a maneuver. You can ask me and I can say yes or no. All right. Actions are things like attacking, activating abilities, skill checks, things that you have to roll for. All of that's going to be an action. Okay? So, for instance, Galatea, you can take the aim maneuver to add a blue die, and then the shoot action. Okay?
Makes sense.
Alright? That's the first part of it. Alright? Then, let me grab this. I need to about those specific things.
Be right back. Becky's back.
I don't know if you've ever run a game, Kira. Is there a different way you explain either of those that might be helpful?
I mean, that seems fairly straightforward to me. If I just think of them sometimes as like standard and move action, and that also helps in my head sometimes. The thing that always, well, I won't bring it up because it'll just make things more complicated.
We'll introduce the more complex rules later.
Yeah, we'll keep it simple this time.
I like simple.
It's really cool though. I do like the way that combat feels in this system, like the opportunity for triumphs and whatnot, and the way the crits work. It's all very cinematic.
Mm-hmm. It's designed once you get the hang of it to be about getting a fight that feels good more than a fight about technicalities.
Yeah, agreed.
Now, it won't feel good for the first couple of times you do it because you're still learning. It just feels like, what the fuck am I doing for the first probably 3 combats?
I like the back and forth that you get with threats and everything too. Like it adds an extra element that you don't necessarily get in D&D.
The
I'm
distant
coming.
saying shit is
Yep.
not back, Joe.
He said he's coming. He's not there.
You can hear me. I don't feel the problem.
Sure.
All right, I'm back.
So that's your basics of everything. The only other thing that I can add to that is that sometimes the NPCs will roll so poorly that they will incur a free maneuver. I will tell it's to have a free maneuver. So if you guys want to do something extra, it's essentially like an opportunity attack, but it's not an attack. It's other stuff that you get to do, right? That's the only other time you get extra maneuvers. Other than that, you can have a max of 2 maneuvers. Sometimes there are abilities that will allow you to have an extra action, but that's only if you have that specific ability. Otherwise, it's just 1 action max. Okay? Then, try and explain this before or after there's rolls. That's the next question.
I think I have
So,
anything.
when you're wanting to declare an attack on something, first tell me you're attacking, with what you are attacking with, okay? Because there'll be a point where several of you have multiple weapons. I need to know what you're shooting and or hitting somebody with. And tell me which one you're targeting, because it will change the dice pool that you have. So, depending on how far away you are from things, or other environmental factors, it will change your dice pool. Also, just like with D&D, if you're using a ranged weapon of some sort, and you are all of a sudden in engaged or melee combat with somebody, that is going to affect your score. Likewise, you get bonuses for attacking things that are prone. You get, if you're using a brawn or a melee attack, and you are prone, you get disadvantages. If you're shooting while being prone, though, there is no effect. You can be laying on your stomach and shooting, and it doesn't affect you at all, as long as you can see the target clearly. I will explain the minutia of how rolls change things as it happens. Right? So, any questions about a specific before we start?
I think I'm good.
I think I got it. Yeah.
I'm just looking up battle music now so that I can have some copyrighted music. For those of you listening along at home, don't stream it.
So, down at the bottom of the... That big, I will be... See... 3 black look to be hounds of some sort. Rapidly approaching. For the Star Wars fans, they seem to be vaguely related to Anuba. Yeah. Happy to. They, each of them are, imagine a wolf, but slightly larger still. They all have these long tusks essentially sticking out from their bottom jaw and curling up in front of their face, all with threateningly sharp points at the end, and long black tails trailing behind. And they are moving with an intention that all of you in the back of your mind just triggers. They are hunting. So, who wants to go first? Is a player character that gets to go first.
I would like to shoot people. May I shoot people?
He said.
Yes.
Feel free.
All right.
Weapons green.
So, which one are you wanting to shoot first? Left, middle, or right?
Middle.
Oh,
I would like to aim first for a bonus.
right. So it'll give you a bonus blue die. You are currently at long range. So, that is... Yep, that is going to be 3 purple.
Just look that. Well,
Oh shit.
Did I-
Oh, right. Not hit, however, you get a whole bunch of advantages and a try.
okay, so triumph aren't just like auto hits. Okay.
So this is where you look over at your advantage and threat. Check that I'm saying this correctly.
Advantage and threat sheet is here. Okay.
Oh, well, actually, I should check. Usually it's you can only pick one effect each time, which is relevant when you have a whole bunch of advantage. That's the case here, right?
Yes.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So I choose one of these, right?
Whatever you have, so your advantage column is the first column, the left column.
Right.
And you can choose one of whatever you have the ability to, like, spend. So you have how many? You have 4 advantages and 1 triumph. So triumph you can buy almost anything. So you can choose any of those options to inflict. I will also say, this is another thing to consider. I don't think any of you currently have, but there are weapons out there that have special effects that need to be triggered, and you spend advantage to trigger those effects. Also, if you successfully hit, you should have a critical rating on your gun. You need that many advantages to trigger a critical hit, inflicts a critical injury.
You could also spend a triumph on that too, I think.
You can also spend a triumph on that, yes. But generally, it's more likely that you're going to have enough advantages than a triumph. So, let me see. Galatea. So, you have a critical rating of 3. So, if you had successfully hit, you could spend 3 advantage, trigger a critical injury.
Okay, so that one's only if I hit. Okay.
Yes.
But I can do basically any of these.
And likewise, you see the threat and despair. If you roll threats or despairs in your thing, I get to trigger something bad that happens to you in response to your attacks.
Um. I'll do the immediate free maneuver to. Can I aim for next turn?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let
so I'm
that.
gonna aim for next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Write that down. So, who wants to go next? Because there's another PC turn.
I'll go next.
Okay.
So, seeing that they're not, they're animals and not gun-toting men, Kainu will step out from behind the cover, and that I imagine that I can do that without using my maneuver, right?
Yes, because that's
Okay.
just a small enough movement. Essentially, using your maneuver to move is going to be if you're switching range bands. So if you're wanting to approach, if you're
Gotcha.
wanting to back up, just and also if you're needing to get up from prone.
Okay. Then I want to let me look through here. Da-da-da-da. Attack with 2 weapons. Guarded stance. Guarded stance, which contributes to their defense against melee attacks. Is there anything like readying an attack? Like I want to like get in a wide. I thought it would be guarded stance, but that's more like playing defense. And I'm kind of hoping to get in a readied position so that whenever these things close in, I can respond.
Well, I can tell you safely because you would know this like in character. It's probably going to take them a minute to get
Okay.
in close with you unless you start heading towards them as well. Because essentially, to move, because they are at long range from all of you right now, it's going to take about 3 full maneuvers to get to you.
Okay. Then I will use my maneuver to move 1 increment closer to them.
Okay.
And for my action. Sergeant require additional preparation.
Double check your abilities or stuff if you as well.
I do not have force stuff yet. Is there anyone? So, how far is a range increment that I can move?
If you're coming closer, I'd say about here.
Where? Like right about here.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So Kane will run up in front of everyone as he's going. He'll. I don't have any abilities to activate. I think that's just going to be my turn because there's not much else I can really think to do that's going to make an impact immediately.
You can always aim if they end up close enough.
I don't have a gun.
Yeah, he only has a lightsaber, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sometimes they let you aim with melee weapons depending on the campaign. So
I thought you were going to say sometimes they give the Padawans guns.
I mean they do sometimes.
You've had firearms training before, but
Yeah.
You want to. It's a trade-off that I give for context for you, Kira. The trade-off I give to Jedi is they get a lightsaber to start, but they don't get a hell of a lot of other equipment because lightsabers are so expensive.
Makes perfect sense to me.
So he wanted his lightsaber, so he did not get a whole bunch of extra equipment.
Yeah, it's fair, but I'm currently out of options.
So you can swap your so like something that I would suggest here, just
Okay.
meta, because you're not number one, It's too late to swap this. If you're somebody that you know that you're not going to be able to move or not going to be able to get in combat with, so you have only melee, usually you want to hold back your turn.
Oh, okay. So wait till I'm low. Wait
Yeah.
till the initiative ticks down closer to me.
Yeah, because if you had held back, then this one could be 1-2 range bands closer, and that means that, like, you might be able to do something, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Um,
Tactics.
yeah, that's where the tactics of turn order comes in. Number 2, you can also turn your action into an additional maneuver.
Yeah, that was what I was looking at the maneuvers to see if there's anything in there that I wanted to do twice. I guess if I used one maneuver if I used a maneuver to make the engagement distance close a little bit, I'll use my other maneuver to ready my lightsaber. That'll make me use up the action economy that I have been given.
I would suggest
Okay.
perhaps guarded stance.
Fair.
If you're just waiting for something to come towards you, guarded stance can be very, very helpful.
Yeah, melee defense
Right.
1 is good.
Cool. Then yeah, guarded stance.
It makes it
will
harder
be
for
mine.
them to hit.
And that guarded stance confers black to them.
So when I roll, if I had one of them able to attack you next round, or when they come up closer, then they would have to roll an additional black. And so
Nice.
more than likely would cancel out some of their success. So
Perfect.
that brings in NPC turn. Let's go next.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I'll take 2 maneuvers to aim. I'll be done.
Doing anything iffy?
I am taking out my shitty little holdout blaster, and I will also aim in case anything gets close enough, but that'll be it for me.
Ooh, I just moved. Oops. Brings us back to top of the round. This to be the first PC to do. Come on,
Not me.
volunteers.
Nose goes.
Well, I'll take a shot. What the hell?
What's the range on your rifle?
Well, I'm just using a little fun-sized weapon. It's a light blaster pistol
Yeah. So
with medium range.
medium range. So it will be a little bit harder because they are fairly far off for you.
Uh-huh.
So
So how many?
right. So it's going to be 3 purple and black for you.
Okay.
Also need to clear.
Oh. So
Here you go.
I'm not. Okay. Okay.
Ooh! Ooh! That's a lot of successes. So, here's where some calculation comes in. So, what is your damage on your blaster?
5.
So, each additional is how at least this is how I tend to run. Each additional success past the first one counts as 1 extra point of damage. So that means you have 9 total damage.
Oh, cool.
Okay. You also did pull 1 threat though. So
You can dark side me.
You are going to suffer 1 strain. You're
Let's see.
focusing so hard on trying to aim and hit these things that you just like pull a muscle in your neck and take a strain. So
Where is
then,
that?
in calculating
Oh, there it is. I see it now.
damage, have 9 damage, and it'll always be minus the soak of whatever you're shooting at. Or if you're taking damage, your soak is subtracted by whatever number I'm telling you. Okay?
Okay, gotcha.
So, mark these down. Nice hefty bit. This first guy.
Yep. I'm feeling threatened.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yep, done.
Next player.
Oh, actually, can I use a maneuver to aim for the next round?
You already aimed, so.
Okay,
You had an aim from
so,
last round, aim from this round. That was your 2.
all right.
So you can still, when it comes back around to you again, you can still aim first and shoot. But you can't preemptively do it again.
Okay. Because I thought last round I used 2 maneuvers to aim is what I said. What, did that not work?
I mean, generally you're not supposed to hold it over between rounds, but I let it slide. So
It's you get 2 blue on the next immediate one instead of 1, right? Okay.
things
All right.
clear out at the end of rounds usually.
Okay. But that's why I used 2 blue on my roll here, is because I used 2 maneuvers to aim. Was that correct or not?
Technically no, but I was letting it slide to try and be nice through this combat.
Okay, so how do you get 2 blues?
Usually somebody helps you.
All right, all right.
So
Okay.
if somebody went ahead of you and assisted you, and then you also rolled, it's like if he went ahead of you, assisted you, you take the blue from her, then you take a blue from your aim action, and then you do your action.
Okay. So I can't use 2 maneuvers to aim, right?
Technically no,
Okay. I think I got it.
but I'm trying to play a little bit fast and loose so that we can learn some of the basics of general combat.
That's cool. Got it.
Next.
I feel like probably Gal should go next in terms of rage band stuff. If not, then Kane can probably move up and attack, depending.
AFK at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Piper, no.
Anakin, no.
Okay, then if you don't want to go, Iffy, then Kane will go, and I'm getting the feeling I'm pretty close to closing in.
Yeah, you could probably do one more maneuver and right on top of them.
I don't know if I want to do that. Considering there are 3.
Yeah, let's see. What range would they be from me?
For you, they're going to be a
Medium. All right. How about I take the shot now so I don't clip Kane in the process then?
idea.
I will aim. I am using a holdout blaster, and I will open up my sheet, which is a very smart thing to do. Difficulty, because that's like what, an additional purple and a setback or something? Right in these fellas?
No,
Range is short.
It'll be a black. I usually
All right.
just when it's out of range for every extra range it is, I just add a black.
All right. So that's 1 yellow, 1 green, 2 purples, 1 black. And here we go. Oh, 3
That's
purples.
so many fucking colors.
If he misses, I get a threat.
Oh.
And you get a strain.
Yeah, I'll take a strain. Just pokes out from behind the rock, but there's so much sand in her eyes. She just can't.
This one. Okay. Running. Right up to Kane.
Shit.
Attack. See my it's busted.
And my
2
guarded stance?
successes.
Oh.
Successes. That is going to be six. Taking a total of 6 damage. If you have any soak, you subtract that from 6. That's the damage you take.
If I take 4 damage, does that just go straight to wounds?
Yes.
Okay. Ow.
But
Fuck.
it is now a PC turn, so you have a chance to turn about.
Can I do the shoot?
And if you would like.
I would like to do the shoot. I would like to aim and shoot.
Okay, that'll be a blue, and it is 2 purple. What's your range on your carbine?
Medium. And I aimed last turn as well, so I get another blue.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm letting that slide this time.
Is that not how that works? So if I messed up...
It's the same conversation I just had with MB.
Okay.
So the aiming, if you aim once and shoot, it's fine. If you aim twice, then you're not. Your aim will run out. It's like buff, and then it runs out instead of buff attack.
Okay.
That is 3 advantage. You can spend however you choose, or you can choose to do a crit.
I would like to do a crit.
Okay.
Hog.
And that is, what's your damage?
My damage is... I go to weapons for that. I go to combat for that. My damage is 9. My critical is 3.
Spending your advantage to do the crit. 9, 10, 11 damage. Okay. You actually kill this thing. It.
He's just lunging towards Kane and just... Pew! Bullet mid.
He
Well,
jumps
that one
back
did
from biting.
like me.
Yeah.
Holy
You
shit!
just see Galatea just lowering her fedora.
Oh my god! Fuck off!
She's got like a Chicago TIE fighter. You just leave these punks to me, you capiche?
This one will run up to Kane, jumping over its dead friend. Ooh, it rolled 2 threat. So, you can choose what happens to it.
Okay, so it rolled 2 threat. So
You can choose from one of the first 2 blocks. Right.
1 free maneuver in response, so I can perform a free maneuver.
Or you could add a dice to your next roll.
Yeah, I think that makes. I'll add a blue to my next roll. my next I will add a blue to my next combat check to hit that dude. Hit that dog.
So that's a blue off of your threat, and it is now the only one that has not gone this round.
Yes.
So
So
maneuver and action.
Okay. So I am going to. Can I use a maneuver to aim a lightsaber strike? Does that work?
Yes.
Okay. If not, it's totally
It's
fine.
just I flavor that as you're carefully judging which part to hit.
Yeah, I was like, at first I was like, that doesn't make sense, but I mean, you could. It's definitely arguable that you could, like, pierce very specific parts of a creature with a precise strike. But I want to use my maneuver to steady myself, ready a swing, and I'm gonna fucking go for this thing, like horizontal swipe with the lightsaber.
So that is 1 blue from the aim, 1 blue from threat.
Mm-hmm.
Got. And then it is 2 purple. Because all melee is pretty much standardly 2.
So let me go here. And do I roll... Do I go to combat and roll the actual weapon die, or do I roll a check?
Can.
I can
It's
go
set
here?
up in such a way that you can roll off your combat thing, and it should roll everything in.
Nice.
There you go. Now, that is. Double
Those two...
check your damage itself. What does it say?
Mm-hmm. The damage says
Your
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8. 8 damage to this guy. Yes. Did roll a threat, however, I'm going to take 1 strain.
So be it. I already got bit. I'm a little strained.
Just a little perturbed. Tiny bit. This one is going to come up as well, because you are unfortunately the solo melee in this party.
Oh, is your last name Sarah?
Fuck
Kane
off.
Zero.
Kate Sarah. Oh, you mad just because it's true.
You have 1 threat that you can roll against this guy. However, he did successfully hit. What
So
would you
the
like
one
to do?
threat... The one threat is... It's basically just suffer 1 strain. Because they didn't benefit from... He's not benefiting from a maneuver at present. Yeah, so he'll... that creature will suffer a strain. Just flailing around, just like, fuck! Fuck!
That is going to give him some just. So that's going to be. And he does. Successes. Okay. 8 damage before soak.
8 damage before soak. So with soak, that is 6. I am at 2 wounds.
Sure, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Can I do the shoot?
And do the shoot. Which one are you shooting?
The non-injured one.
Non-injured one? It's the one that
Yeah.
just came up.
Yeah, I'm fishing for a crit, basically.
So
Within the...
Are you aiming as well?
Yes, I am.
Alright, same roll as last time, because it's the same distance.
I'll save your fuzzball. Probably. Never mind. That's terrible. With my one advantage, I will give a blue to Kane.
So that means Kane will have to go next.
This is fine with me.
You might want to take down the injured one, though.
Yep, that is the plan. So if I'm going next, let's see. So I have a question. Reading the maneuver, mount or dismount, a domesticated animal.
This
Can
is
I
not
mount?
a domesticated animal.
Damn it! Okay, fine. I'm gonna attack the injured one. I had to try.
Always worth a try.
I will use my maneuver to steady myself again because I'm gonna need it. I got 2 wounds left. I'm scooting by real hard. Whew.
Okay, that is a total of 7 damage. And 1 advantage.
1 advantage. I will. Well, do I know if it's dead before I decide if I use a critical effect? Or no?
It is dead.
Okay. If it doesn't, is that typically how it goes though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then okay. Notice a single important ongoing I will give a I will recover 1 strain. No, wait. I'll give a blue to Iffy.
All right, I'll take it.
There's 1 more, and that's my turn.
And
All
here
right.
comes the last remaining dog.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, I'm playing a Wookiee.
And you don't die
Seems
when
to
you
suddenly
hit.
fudging.
So you're counting up to your wound threshold, but you survive after your threshold. You start taking critical hits.
Okay.
So you're
Just
not
know.
you're not out of it when you hit your whatever number.
If he gets injured, he gets injured.
It is 2 successes, 2 failures, advantage.
Nice.
So, let's miss. Yeah. That you gave Iffy a. Oh. Sam. You will take a black die next time you take an action, Kane.
I did not get wounded.
Did not get wounded. But it's just
Okay.
gonna be a little bit harder for you to hit.
Gotcha.
May the force not be with you.
Hey, Iffy, Marcy, who's going next?
I should probably go next because I've got the boost. All right. Are these guys within short range? The living one, that is. I should say.
Yes.
All right. Then I will aim on my own, and I will also add the other blue die, and I will try and shoot at it. No setback on that because I'm within range, so there we go. Should be fine. Iffy, please. Iffy, what? How did you? What? What?
Also,
Why?
you better leave the shooting for me from now on.
I really should.
That's gonna give him a blue die next time he tries to take a chomp out of Kane.
Sure.
the force.
Mercy.
Sorry about that.
All right. I will aim and take a shot at the remaining one.
That is a blue die, and that is going to be. You're still slightly out of range, but you have a medium pistol. Yes.
Yeah.
2 purple.
2 purple, and how many black?
1 black.
All right.
1 black, 1 blue.
And then I go to combat. And then I click on the dice.
Ooh, that's a lot of advantage you can.
Nice. Can I just damage?
No, because
Technically
you haven't.
did
You
not
didn't
hit.
Yeah.
However, you can go to that advantage triumph sheet, and any of those first 3 blocks, any of those effects can do.
Okay. I was not actually looking at that because I didn't expect to ever do that. So let's see here. I'm looking at the wrong Discord. Vantage Triumph. Okay.
So you have 4. Don't have any triumph, so you can't do the bottom 2 on that column, but you can do the
Okay.
first 3.
Hey, recovering 1 strain sounds good. I think I'll do that.
Okay.
Does that work?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Brings us back to the top of the round.
Can I do the shoot?
Shoot.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the aim.
Please kill it.
I'm trying. I did the shoot.
You have
That-
2 advantage you can
Yeah.
spend.
Mm.
That is 9, 10, 11.
Which it's that's the kill, right? That's what it was last time.
No, because this one's not been damaged at all, and it does have soak.
Okay. I'll give it a black for its next maneuver.
Oh, that was a good idea. I should have done that.
Okay. Next player.
Can it be me, please?
Yeah, go for it if you want.
Unless someone thinks that they're gonna get lucky and shoot it successfully.
I can try, but my luck has not been
Okay,
great.
no, I think we're gonna.
But
I think I'm gonna go with mine.
You say you don't trust Iffy.
I have a
I
question.
trust Iffy. I love Iffy, but I think she ought to stay away from the guns.
Okay.
Attacking with
question?
2 weapons. Attacking. Yeah. So
You have 1 weapon. Stop
I
reading
have-
2 weapons.
I'm reading down this list really quickly. But I don't see anything explicitly about attacking if I run away or back up or something, right?
There's technically not any opportunity.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my action. I'm going to try to hit it with my sword. I am most definitely going to miss. But we'll burn that bridge now. Oh,
You did it. No, you did it.
You did it.
That's 2 threat, though. What happens with 2 threat?
You can make a maneuver, add a check, or
That's something
somebody
I
else
get
a
to
penalty.
choose. I get to choose.
Yeah.
I will.
Assuming he lives.
Let's see here. That is a 6. Ooh, so close. So close. It's down to.
Then
Will of the Fates starts
Kainu
playing.
is going to use his maneuver and he is
Hide behind
going
my
to
shield.
back up. If I can get to Galatea, get neck and neck with Galatea, that would be desirable.
Yeah, get behind my shield. I gotcha.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Just staggering, running away as he swipes at it, and just like bleeding everywhere, like, oh god, oh no, okay. Just holding his arm, panicking.
Are you trying
But
to
he's
hide
alive.
behind Galatea's shield?
Grab the edge of it, hand slick with blood, almost slip off and fall, and just stumble onto the ground and be like, please shoot it, please.
That's what I've
As
been
he
doing.
is coming after you. And...
Mm-hmm. No, I have a black die. It has a blue die to hit me.
And a black die as well.
Oh.
'Cause I gave it a black die with my advantage.
Okay. This thing is not very smart. If it is an even, it is attacking Kane. If it's an odd, it's going to attack at Galatea. Sorry, Kane. That is
Rigged. Rigged.
6 for soak.
I am gone.
Yeah, you've hit your wound.
Does it matter if I go? I can't go negative. Okay.
Sheet does not allow you to go. So,
I was gonna say this would be a great opportunity for. Well, never mind. Continue.
so you are considered knocked out at this point. However, you did not go over, did it? Did it just match, or did it?
It pushed me over.
Okay. So, we're gonna roll a.
Oh yes. Let's see how we do.
Oh boy. Oh,
whoops,
okay.
Sorry. No, that's.
That's, yeah,
Did it-
that's
wow.
a 9.
I thought I only rolled 1d10 for a second.
So, there is a critical injury.
Mhm.
That anytime you take a critical injury, you have to roll on. Every critical
Yes.
injury that you have increases it by 10. So if you already had a critical injury, that would be a 19. So
Gotcha.
9. All right. So now you currently are having the slowed down critical injury. I am telling all of you now, don't ever roll critical injuries through your sheet, because for some reason there is some jankiness in the code that will not let you remove that critical injury once it is rolled. No matter what you do. So you'd have to completely redo your character sheet every single time you heal a critical injury.
Don't make me stop.
So always tell me and just make a note of it somewhere of what you're dealing with, so that you can just like delete it from the text box later. But
All right.
you are dealing with the slowed down one. That means until that critical injury is taken care of, you can only act at the very last player character turn in it.
Oh, that's fine.
It's
It could have been a whole lot worse.
Yes, it could have been much, much worse. That's actually just mildly annoying.
Yeah.
Because there are things like losing limbs and insta-death on the critical injury.
Mm-hmm.
The lower the number, usually the more minor it is. And the less, like, just turning in. So, that brings us back. Iffy or Marcy? What's to go?
Take a shot. Aim and shoot.
Boot. Okay. You can take the black off because it has moved a range band.
Okay, cool. And 2 purple. Alrighty. Then I go down to here and click on that.
will take a strain.
Okay.
However, do enough to kill it.
Yay! I got one.
Kane on the ground, bloody,
Leads.
unconscious, somehow really slow. Looks a lot slower than he did before.
I will
You
run
already
over
look
to.
pretty slow to begin with if you catch it.
I will run over to Kane and apply a stim pack real quick.
You should let me do that, boss, because I
Oh.
got I got the medicine for it. I'm the
Oh,
medic
right,
here.
right. You
Believe
do-
it or not, I'm the medic.
I
God.
believe it.
So
All medic,
stim
but
packs
not for me.
heal 5 wounds on
Okay.
first application.
Okay.
So
Does it
So I don't
matter
actually need
if I was negative?
it takes you back into positive.
But I wouldn't be from 0 to 5. I would be from -2 to 3.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure.
Okay. Do I actually have to roll or do I just apply it?
You can just apply it.
Tannis just like injected into his chest, like.
The bitch was ODing on me.
So stim pack, so that you're aware, it's 5 wounds on the first application, 4 on the next, so you need to keep up if you're using your stim pack on what's going on, and you can apply it and apply it and apply it over and over again.
Oh wait, I'm a medic, so I have something. Where's my skill list? Where's my skill list? I know I took something. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know to get the sheet yet. I swore I took something where like if I use a stim pack, there's a bonus or something.
So,
No, I didn't take that. Okay. Sorry. Continue.
so you can apply it multiple times. Like, it takes 24 hours for the stim pack to come back to full.
Would you like another one?
Kane is below 25%.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick you with another needle. Just
So that'll be
slam it into your chest.
4 points for you.
I'm exactly at half.
Okay.
I hate dogs.
You hate everything, don't you?
I'm starting to.
You guys want to go over healing now, so that you guys kind of get the combat and after combat stuff. Good, you have the
Yeah.
brain capacity for it today.
Oh no.
Let's do it.
So, you can go over the wound threshold. The reason you have to keep track of it is if you hit double your wound threshold, bad shit. Okay? So, you can continue to lose health, but so keep track of everything. Similarly, if you hit your strain threshold, you are incapacitated or stunned. Essentially, wound threshold, you are knocked out physically. Strain threshold, you kind of go vegetable. Okay? That is a mental strain overload. So, a full night's rest recovers 1 wound. A full week of rest will recover a critical injury. Okay?
Gotcha.
You will have to make essentially a resilience check against the severity rating of that injury to recover. Yours, since it's so low, it's just a single purple die against your resilience.
Gotcha.
Even if you fail, it'll still recover a wound.
Nice.
And if you rolled that check and you got a triumph, and you had multiple critical injuries, it would recover an additional critical injury. Once per session, each person, this is how I run it, essentially, once per session, each of you have the ability to make a medicine check to try and heal a wound. but it's only once per session. So any of you could heal a wound. Some of you will be more likely to succeed than others just by character of your medicine skill. And
Hey, that's me.
depending on severity of the wounds, changes how difficult that check is. The number of successes on that check is the number of wounds healed. So if Galatea wanted to heal Kane with a medicine check, she could, but then she would not be able to roll another medicine check to heal the rest of the session.
Well, I think, can I do that now, or is that not till later?
Let me finish going through this, but you can.
Okay.
Alright?
Okay.
You can also roll for a medicine check to heal yourself, but it increases the difficulty. It's just like, if you're trying to, stitch your own wound, it's going to be a lot harder than stitching somebody else's wound. Right? If you're trying to fix a droid, it's a mechanics check instead of a medicine check. That still counts as your one medicine check.
Yeah.
Though. Right? You can also go into back to tanks to speed up your recovery, but you have to find a back to tank first. None of you know where any back to tanks are right now on this world.
I think you mean Kolto.
Yes. Sorry. And then there's the stim packs, and there's emergency repair kits also for droids that function similarly to stim packs and other medical things. Does all of that make sense generally?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Right. And so, if you wanted to, where is your wound threshold sitting at? Kate.
14 is my threshold.
How much do you have?
I am at 7.
7. We're right at half. So it'll be a 2 purple in check. Ow.
I'm gonna quickly spend some EXP on the surgeon ability, because that's what I was thinking I took, so I'm gonna take it now. When I make a medicine check, they heal an additional wound, and it's 2 purple, you said? Alright, this is the one thing I should be good at, so if I fail at this, then
Throughout the
I
character, it's done. You can heal 3 strain.
that would be how that happens, wouldn't it? So instead, I look at your wounds and I just pop out a psychologist chair and start giving you therapy.
I think that you would deal more strain than you would heal.
Believe it or not, she's actually pretty good at this. I could just use another stim pack on you. Yeah. So yeah, my medic tree gives me additional healing per stim pack and per medicine check. That's what my tree basically does.
Okay, what is that ability adding for you?
So surgeon is 1 wound.
On top
Does
of
that
what's
count?
healing.
On top of what's healing. So because I'm not healing anything, he's not getting anything.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay. And then stim pack just heals 1 additional wound per rank, which I only have 1 rank right now.
Okay. So if you wanted to use it again, that'll be 3 healing, and then an additional 1 from your ability, so it would be a total of 4.
Yeah, okay. I'm just giving you life advice as I'm injecting another syringe into you.
That's 4 more, and that brings you down to essentially a 2nd level and a 1st level stim pack.
So that gives me 3 health?
It was 4 total because there was 3 from the stim pack plus 1 from her ability.
Right, okay.
So that's
11 health. Yeah. Nice. Kane just sits up a little bit and rubs his eyes real hard.
I will say,
What are we doing here?
to be fair, you're not always going to be the one that is getting just torn to shreds, Kane. Because
Oh, that's fine.
most fights will deal with more shooty bang bang types than Bailey.
Oh, that's... I chalk it up to bad luck. Honestly, it's just on brand for him at this point.
So we'll take 5 minutes here if we need to go to the bathroom, we need to do anything else. Did y'all feel about the combat? Does it kind of make sense? Do you get the feel of the
Yeah,
system
it
a little
makes
bit?
sense.
It's honestly a lot
Yeah.
easier than I thought.
Yeah.
The dice make it seem way more confusing. The different dice.
Eventually, once you're used to it, you don't even really have to think. And, you know what your general go-to is for spending things. And it goes really, really fast. It's just any tactical stuff you want. Moving position in the order.
Nice.
You're back.
Z, where do I put those abilities that I bought? Because I don't know where to put them.
That would, I think, under... Combat would
yeah.
have your, talents and special abilities.
Combat skills, talent.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, in fact, I put that. I was wondering where I put it. I have skills jockey in there, and I couldn't find it after I put it.
Oh,
Yeah, unfortunately, they just, pushed everything under combat, so it seems like there's not things there, but there are.
Yeah. Oh, glad I did account for it. I was confused. I'm sure I wrote this somewhere.
Don't worry. There's going to be an opportunity for you to use your insane piloting things here shortly, probably.
I'm having fun. Don't stress too much about it.
Same. Sometimes you just gotta sometimes you just gotta get your ass kicked by dogs in a desert. And
Exactly.
it's crazy how nature do that sometimes.
It's like in the Super Friends when they contrive a scenario for Aquaman. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this underwater thing needs to be dealt with. Oh, this looks like a job for Aquaman.
All the different skill sets do mesh pretty well once you get going. I'm just purposely going a little bit slow. But you guys have really the only things left that you've not dealt with thus far is piloting bullshit, force bullshit, and space battles, which, good lord, that's gonna be a full session of just step by step. They're something. I love the cinematics of space battles. I hate the actual functioning of space battles.
Z, I don't suffer strain at all, do I? Because I'm a droid.
You're special.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
don't
look-
feel.
I'm just looking at the list. Like, there's a move that says when targeted, I can suffer strain to gain ranks of dodge, and then
Actually,
don't suffer strain.
yes, you do. It's just there's very specific things that do. So, like, stun does strain damage to organics, but it takes a different type of damage to do strain to you. So if it is strain from a from a threat or something, that does still apply. It's just you in general will take less strain because most of the ways that strain is done through standard damage, standard combat, will not apply to an inorganic being.
By the master race. I, for one, welcome our droid overlords and would like to remind them that I could be really helpful in rounding up other humanoids.
Well, soon. Soon, my brother. Or soon, my comrade, rather.
So it is ion weapons that do strain damage to droids who are immune to the stun setting itself.
Okay. I only have one strain, that's partially why I asked.
Ion weapons essentially do strain damage to droids and do nothing organics.
Okay.
They are designed specifically to take out droids.
Okay, I'm just looking at what else. It's 5 for a career skill and 10 for non-career, right? Okay.
Per level.
Just looking to see. Yeah, per level.
You can also, that's something else I forgot. You can also recover strain by using discipline or X.
Okay.
But that's something that you have to do yourself. You can't. Discipline and cool checks are not going to heal somebody else's strain.
Makes sense, yeah.
And a full night's rest completely recovers all strain. So all of you take a full night's rest, and all of your strain back down to 0.
Yay.
I just love the idea of Galatea giving Kane therapy.
Just making him suffer more.
Well, it actually is helping, so I think the cringe actually, just resets you mentally. You're like, okay, good, something normal.
You're distracted from your pain by annoyance.
Yeah. Yep. That is absolutely just Galatea in a nutshell.
It's gonna have to watch this one back. Yes, hello.
Jen needs to take care of me, because I got injuries.
Go back, Kira.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to add, Kira? Additional advice or help?
I think it went pretty alright, for first combat. A lot of the stuff in the system revolves around clever use of, advantages, and triumphs and things like that. Don't underestimate the value of using advantages and triumphs to do things narratively within a fight. That sort of thing can be really helpful. Also, we can use light side points to upgrade stuff during combat, which is also very important if there's a hit you really want to go through. Upgrading can help a lot with that.
Yeah. So you can, if you have light side points, you can turn your to a yellow.
This is where I would put my light side points if I had any.
If we had any, yeah.
I was gonna say that.
That's why I felt kind of bad, but you guys rolled it. So
It was our destiny.
We did indeed.
and I did not use any to upgrade any of my attacks, so I was nice.
Yeah, that is the flip side of that, is that dark side points can be used to upgrade enemy attacks, and that's also very important. But as time goes on, we'll get more abilities like Gal's. If he's probably going to end up with a whole bunch of support stuff that she can do to help with people's strain while they're in combat, etc. But yeah, it's fun stuff.
Yeah.
And I will go ahead and say that you guys get 10 points off of the combat XP.
Hey.
And then you'll probably
Drop it.
still get your standard 5 at the end of the session, so you'll end up with a total of 50 today.
Perfect.
I feel empowered.
So, as all this healing is being done, trying to get Kane back on his feet. Let's see here. Acted. Marcy, if he give me perceptions with
Alright.
Okay. And 0 blue. Skills. And then perception. That looks good, I think.
That's one additional green should be on there, so I'll just roll that separately. There we go. It rolled. What?
2 successes, 1 crit.
Why is it like this?
So, both of you, as you guys are kind of adjusting and regrouping a little bit, you both scan the horizon and just far enough off that you're not kind of got that heat mirage, like waviness in front of it, so you're not 100% certain of what exactly you're seeing. You see 3 humanoid, at least in shape, silhouettes that seemed watching, and they turn, walk away, and kind of disappear into the heat mirage of the desert.
Looks like we got people watching us.
Those are
Oh,
their
that ain't new.
dogs.
I don't know if they were their dogs. I mean, these look pretty wild, don't they?
To be honest, I can't tell.
We'll put it this way, boss. They ain't charging at us out of randomness, you know.
If you're wanting to like figure out anything more about the dogs, characters actually doing this. You can roll xenology, it'll be
I think I have
knowledge skills.
Let's see.
I do have xenology.
Give it a shot. Let's see what's in your knowledge databanks about these dogs.
Please hold while scanning is. I do not know shit.
They look like dogs. They probably aren't.
They look like dogs. They are probably of the dog species.
Thank you, gal. Right.
Always happy to help.
Kane, how you feeling? Do you think you can walk a bit?
I can walk, but I hate doing it, so what else is new? He just stands up begrudgingly. Ugh. You know, it's not as bad as I thought.
Well, there you go. Let's, look, I don't want nobody else coming at us when we're already down a fighter. That don't sound like a good idea to me. We can either keep checking out the ship, or we can find some place to hole up for a bit. But if we bring back these, she gestures at the Voidwalkers, birds, a bit late, it'll be trouble for us. Let's see if we can clear out the ship. At least
Yeah.
nobody's attacking us there.
Let's press on.
And
We'll
out
see
of
if the
character,
gas. We'll
yeah,
see
I
if it's still gassy or not.
yeah, I assume it might have been enough time for the gas to disperse, but we'll see. If anything, we can send Gal in to check.
Or completely fill the ship.
Leave it to me, boss.
Okay, tell me exactly what you're doing.
I'm going in.
Hey, Gal's going into
Oh god.
Marcy's going in.
and Marcy's going in with her?
Let's let Gal go in first and see
Yeah.
if there's anything amiss with the gas.
Yeah.
And then if
Oh, yeah.
they're that way, people don't get hurt if there's still gas in there.
Good,
Well,
good
give me
idea.
a lightsaber.
I'll hang back. Thank you.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Would it help if I said please?
It would not help.
Oh. If a droid could be disappointed, you would know as Galteo walks inside.
Okay. So you head back in. Are you heading back to the room that you were in when the gas leak happened?
Yes.
So you head back in, and you kind of take a look around, and your sensors pick up the fact that there was definitely a gas released into this particular room. And what do I? Trying to be nice. Not letting me be nice. Fuck it. There's still some trace of gas lingering. You realize that it is not anything designed to necessarily hurt people. However, it is highly flammable.
Yeah,
Still
okay, so
lingering
no
in this
coming in
room.
here. Yep. It's highly toxic, don't come in here. Because I don't want them blowing themselves up, so I'm gonna lie to their face. And I'm gonna look around.
Okay. So you came through this door. Both of these are closed. This one is the one that leads into kind of a collapsed hallway. You're not gonna be able to get through.
Okay. So which one can I get through?
Like I said, this the one you came through is come through. Both of these are closed. You'd have to figure out how to try
Right.
and open them. Your left and to your right. This one, your right, the one to the right was the mechanic shop. You don't know what's to the left.
I like walk out of ship. Hey, do any of you got a light for no reason whatsoever?
I got the light I was using, Gal.
No, I mean like a fire.
Oh, a fire.
What a
No, I don't got
terrible
none of
thing to
that.
ask.
Just
Do
for
not
no reason.
give her fire.
Why
It's for
not?
everybody's safety. Give me this.
I trust Gal with my life. If I could give her fire, I would give her fire. But I don't got no fire to give.
He looks at you with just bafflement. Why? Why though? That doesn't
Gal saved my life more times than I can count.
You're going to give an open flame to someone who's currently investigating a ship with a gas leak. So bad that we left the ship.
You ain't
I
no
didn't
fun.
say.
I'm gonna go look around like weapon systems or the bridge for like a lighter.
Yeah, there's this fucking dude who's just smoking up there for sure.
Roll me a
I mean, you might find one
D100.
on a body.
No, you don't find one.
You wanted to give it to Maisie. I hear it in your voice. You want to give me one.
You don't find any.
Okay. Well, first of all, I need your lightsaber after all.
I'm not giving you my lightsaber.
First of all,
I'm
you gotta
not
be a team player here.
giving you my lightsaber.
First of all, you gotta work with the group here.
I
Trying to help.
just turn towards Iffy and be like, tell her that I'm not giving her my lightsaber.
Now, Gal, I love you. But we can't go taking lightsabers from people. They're very special. That would be
I'm
like
not
asking.
taking it. I'm asking to borrow it.
Yeah, but like, would you lend somebody your data center? Would you do that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well maybe that wasn't the best example.
Just pinches eyebrows again. Just, why? Why does it have to be this way?
Honestly, you got a light?
I should, but I don't.
I go up and pick up Kane. Like, all right, come with me then. I gotcha.
Oh,
Ah! No! I'm gonna start wiggling to get out. No, let me out.
Nope.
No, I'm not
Come
going
on.
with you in the fucking explodable shit.
Well, you're not giving me your lightsaber either, so.
You're going to get me killed.
Just like bridal style carry him into the ship.
If Kane is resisting, that has to be a contested skills check. What is Kane's
do I roll?
athletics?
His athletics, it is, like I guess how many ranks does he have?
Yeah, just tell me the colors of the die you have.
Oh, yellow, green, green.
Okay,
Okay.
so that is going to be a purple, red athletics.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay. You want to use a dark side point on him? See?
I'm letting this just fucking play out.
Okay.
I want to see.
Okay. And
This would
then-
be even more amusing if the droid does manage to just fucking. You do.
When
You managed to carry his ass through the ship.
Please do not resist.
He does put up enough of a fight that he starts yanking at some of your parts and shit, so you will take a wound.
I am
Oi!
trying to unplug your
Stop.
hat.
Oi! What's the hat?
I'm doing the exact opposite of that, and I'm going to continue trying to take your hat off.
You will take a
I
wound,
like-
but you managed to carry his ass through the fucking ship.
Okay. Alright, and I put him in front of one of the doors. I'm like, here, use your light stick thingy on it.
Does it still smell like gas?
It sure does.
Yes.
All right,
I ain't letting you go till you do this.
all right. Where can I hear where the gas is coming out?
You would know that it came out of that pan that was pulled, semi-hidden.
I'm going to point to that semi-hidden panel, and I'm going to tell Galatea, stand right there, right there. Just
Okay, right here.
Back up a bit.
Right here. A little bit. A little bit.
a little
I kinda
closer. There you go.
You up to the pipe. What you need to do?
No, you stand here. Let me down.
No, I don't think I will.
Fine, I'm going to turn on the lightsaber.
I get a saving throw?
Does it blow up?
Oh
Yeah?
boy.
Yeah? Does it blow up? DM?
Oh god.
I character. I will kill fucking 3 of us right now. Jen will come back to a fucking triple funeral. With no remorse, I turn on my lightsaber.
There's no death, there is only the Force. There is no death, there is only the Force. I am with the Force, and the Force is with me.
That's a phrase seem preventable.
Ippy and Marcy are playing cards.
I am okay with this. I don't regret
Honestly-
this at all.
Honestly, if the gas is inert, I'm gonna be so upset because Kane is going to have to live through it being totally fine and Galatea being like, yeah, look, Fuzzball is totally okay. And he'd be like, Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna fucking kill myself.
If you're turning on the lightsaber, roll me a D100.
I am, yeah, 100%. You want 5 D100s? I'll roll however many you want. 3. That's gotta be good, right?
Oh god. Oh god.
There's
You got
only
all those
two.
dark side points, Dan. You got all those dark side points.
Wouldn't that make it worse for me?
Yes.
Do
This is
it.
exactly the sort of thing
Do
you
it,
would
Z.
spend dark side on.
Session, what is this? Session 5? Kill me. Kill me now. But if you make Galatea survive, I will be very,
So-
very unhappy.
The moment you hit the button on your lightsaber and it turns on, outside, you just hear this whoosh of something exploding inside the ship.
That don't sound too good.
And
If
a
he's
moment
gonna run in.
later, you see the smoke start to trail through the ship. So essentially, the green room and the room above it get completely engulfed in like 2 seconds of flame. And that will be. Oh boy.
I want it
Maybe
to
we
be
can-
some fucking ridiculous number.
That is going to be a total 10 damage, 10 wounds to both of you.
I am still up.
Incredible. Incredible.
We might now be able to find those secret smuggler panels a little easier.
I mean, yeah, but if he, beside herself with Tori, is going to run into the ship, even though
Yeah.
she can't fucking see
Okay.
anything.
I
Get
take a
one
critical
room
injury.
in and then be completely blind.
I take a critical injury, so I gotta roll a d100, right?
Mm-hmm. Are you down?
I'm down, yeah. Because I had 4 damage earlier.
Eight.
Fuzzball did just enough damage to me from his resistance that the explosion knocked me out.
I want your hat to come off. I want that to be the critical injury. You lose your hat. That's all I want.
Why the hat, man? What the hat do to you?
You know why. You know why I want the hat gone.
Where the fuck did my critical thing go? I had it and I don't have it. 38. Ooh, all attacks. Nope, that's this one. You're going to add a purple dye to your checks.
All of them?
Yeah, stinger.
You could have just given me the lightsaber.
I imagine the smoke clears and you say that and there's like a metal shunt going through your torso at like some crazy angle. Okay, it's just like, did I die?
You're at like 1 wound again, aren't you?
Yep.
Thanks
Kane
to
is-
my amazing medical treatment, no, you're not. You're welcome.
I
Next
wish
time,
I
give
was
me the
dead.
goddamn lightsaber.
Just kill me now and I won't even tell them it was you.
It wasn't me.
Just tell them I died in the explosion.
Okay, do you want me to actually kill you?
Do what Galatea would do, because Kane is just moping.
Meanwhile, you hear Iffy and Mercy panicking 2 rooms away.
Probably hear Iffy like walking into stuff repeatedly. Just bang, crap, bang, crap.
It's alright, we're fine. Fuzzball blew us up, but we're fine.
It blew you up, but your chassis was already.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to show myself around 8-bit society for a while, boss. There's a giant metal thing through my chassis.
Look what they did to my droid.
Is her hat still there?
Yes, the hat is still there.
Damn
You're
it.
not getting rid of my hat.
It like went through my chest, basically.
That hat's
I
like
understand it.
soldered on.
Yeah.
I want that hat to be gone. Damn it.
Not taking my hat down. The
I mean,
hat is the source of my all.
that'll be the option for whenever she manages to roll one of the like maim ones. The hat will also count as a limb.
Yep, that sounds good. That sounds good. All right, so I have stim packs, but I can't do anything to heal Gal, and I'm so sorry.
You
It's okay.
can roll instead of a medicine check, a mechanics check. I do allow that
All right.
as your like one medicine check a session.
I will shove a stim pack in Marcy's hand and tell her to go heal Kane, and I will see if I can help Gal out at all. So that's
That's
All
going
right.
to be mechanics.
all right. Difficulty.
Okay. I'll.
Shut up, really. I don't know why I did that. I had it pulled up to the correct sheet, and then I clicked some godforsaken. What's your total threshold?
It is 12.
You're at negative
14.
now?
Or I'm at, -2. I guess I need to go backwards.
That is going to be 3 per check.
Alrighty.
All right. I'm just gonna hope here.
Mechanics. I am good at it.
Okay, so you
I get 2 advantage.
Oh, I accept your offer.
Oh wait, roll the fucking purples. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. There we go. That should be just
I'll
so
I'll
2
take the
advantage.
second one. I'll take the second
I'm
one.
sorry.
So you have that is 2 wounds that Gal is healed. It's 2 mechanics checks.
I have proof.
And 1 strain. It's any strain.
I do not have strength.
Are you also going to be trying to use the stim pack on Kane, Mercy?
Cool. Sure. Let's do that.
Realistically, I should be the one to apply it because I have bonuses for stim pack usage.
Yeah. Here you go.
Are you back into the positives?
I am exactly equal.
Still down.
Okay.
Oh no.
You're still
Okay.
have to work on you. You have to pry him off and just drag Gal out of the ship.
Can I do percussive CPR while I bang on the chest and say, "Live, damn it, live"?
Hurt your
I
hand.
feel immediately better.
Unless Kane wants to sacrifice his 1 medicine check to also try to fix Gal.
He is not going to help. He looks down and just goes, "Another fallen comrade," and then starts to leave.
I'll remember this fuzzball.
No, you won't. You're fucking unconscious. Go
I'll
back
get
in
the
the
story
ground.
from. I'll get the story from the fan, then I'll remember this fuzzball.
All right. Well, if I'm the best one to apply the stim pack, then I will.
So you apply the stim pack to Kane. That'll give Kane 5 healing because I believe that is if he's stim pack, right?
Yeah, it's
Didn't he take 2 stim pack healings already?
I took 3.
From yours.
Yeah, so-
From your
Oh,
stim
so
pack.
it's per person. So it's per person.
Per stim pack.
Okay. Wait, so each stim pack has multiple uses, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
separate.
You just
okay.
have to keep track of your individual stim packs, or if you have multiple.
Okay,
keep
and they
track of
all
those.
have 5 uses.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I understand now. That's what I was not getting. Okay, so I technically have 2 more stim packs. I just need to put out the uses.
Just that every time you use that stim pack, it heals less and less.
I have 12 stim packs. That's why I was wondering.
Good fucking lord.
You just got a fucking bandolier.
I spent all my money on stim packs.
I want to
I
live,
didn't know
damn
what
it.
else. I didn't know what else to spend it on, so I bought 14 stim packs.
It's not a bad deal, honestly.
You can get everybody back up to full fucking health several times with that.
Okay,
Either that I walk through the valley of death, I am not afraid because
you're not gonna fucking die because Galatea is with you.
Signature
now we're
ability.
just gonna
Not
need
on my
somebody
watch.
to actually go purchase a emergency repair kit to get Gal back up
Yes,
on her
please.
feet.
Yes, please.
His emergency repair patches heal, I believe.
Yeah, it's less than a stim pack, I think, so it would be 3.
You damn humans get all the benefits.
Well,
There's a lot
droids
of
also-
stuff droids get.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm just fucking.
okay, things will change after the droid overthrow.
Okay, so are we trying to gather Galatea and regroup again? Is that what it is? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so guys, gather Galatea and manage to drag her through the ship and back out into the desert. And when you get back outside, you don't see anything outside beside your void walkers, and the corpses of the 3 wolves. And you guys gonna try to her down for some rest, or are you
Feel
doing
like-
something different?
I feel like rest is probably a pretty good idea. I feel like either rest or
Yes.
just outright going back, either would be fine. But I think rest is probably the best option we have right now.
So
Good news
you-
is that the gas was all dissipated, so.
Forcibly.
giant fireball.
Ah.
Yeah, I was just gonna throw the lightsaber into the room, but no.
So
It was pretty
well,
smart, actually.
hunker
It would have
down
been.
beside. To be fair, you also could have just shot your fucking energy gun.
I wasn't
Into
sure if that
the-
would actually like. I wasn't sure if that would actually like cause a fire or not. That's why I didn't do that.
Yeah, it's not like it's hot plasma, just like a lightsaber.
I don't know. I don't know Star Wars. I'm sorry.
I mean, you could have tried it if you were uncertain. See what would happen.
Okay.
Old-fashioned
I was prepared
guns.
to die though, so I'm fine with this.
I was
Old-fashioned-
also prepared to die. I was like, fine, fuck it, let's go.
Uh,
We're going in.
What are you saying, Kira?
Old-fashioned guns are slug throwers. So if you see something referred to as a slug thrower, that means it has a traditional setup, like, regular guns.
Yeah, it's your laser guns and then your slug throwers. But I would have let the laser gun out too, simply because it's something hot that was going through.
I didn't know. Sorry. You did this to yourself.
I hope you felt the mildly stunned and panicked DM expression at that choice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
we were ready
beautiful.
for it. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Ah.
So you all kind of hunker down beside the ship. I imagine pulling out a tarp again, the same one that you used to weather the night before, to kind of give yourself some extra shade and settle in. And I think that is where we'll call it for today. And back in 2 weeks, see what decisions you all are going to make. And again, get a total of 15 XP from the session. And I think we're good. Any questions, concerns, thoughts?
I mean, I just think it's going to be funny when Jen's, listening to this